Hello guys, Late Night Talks with Susie. I don't know what hour it is. Pretty late. Um, like a diary entry, I guess. I've just come back from a Wilbur live stream, which is pretty cool because he hasn't streamed in a while because of his Lovejoy tour, but that's not the point here. I want to talk about something, which I already talked in one of my videos, TED Talks, Night Talks, about the internet. How it's crazy to think that, like, what I'm saying right now, in some sense, it matters what I say, right? Because I think about it, I say it, and I have my own opinion. But that's not the point. My point is, nobody will care. And yes, you might say, well, there are a few people who will care, right? Your best friends, your family, anyone who you know or has commented in your videos does care because they take the time to watch it, they take the time to comment. Just a normal thing that humans do. But imagine being like Wilbur Soot, who has 4.6 million followers on Twitch. Imagine you can talk about anything, literally anything, from the most disgusting to the most boring things. People will still listen, people will still care, people will still comment, people will still have like some sort of emotion or reactions. But if you're not a famous person like Wilbur Soot or any artist out there or anyone who has a big audience on the internet, it's like, but you just said something. You're one person in 8 billion people in this world. And what's more terrifying is there's millions of people on the internet. Like, the internet used to be like, oh, there are a couple of, just a couple of millions. That's really it. And it wasn't, I'm not saying it was easy to get famous. It was more like, there was more like originality. And I think people were more accepting back then. These days, it's like a lot of things are turned into controversies or hate. By the way, I'm not like spreading hate here. It's just my opinion. I'm not saying, oh, Wilbur doesn't deserve to be famous. No, I think he does. Because he has worked for it over the years. And that's what I appreciate in content creators, that they work hard for it. And they do what they love. Right? They do what they actually dreamed of. It's just crazy to me that somebody started out in Twitch streams and now they are a worldwide artist. Worldwide artist. It's just unbelievable to me how you can get famous off the internet and then actually do what you want in life. Because then people actually start to care what you do in life and take interest in it, which, let's just be honest, makes money. And the worst part is the algorithm or the stereotypes of the internet is being pretty, being smart, being original, being good at something, like having a talent. And without those things, the internet says there's something special about you. You can go on rambling like me for hours and hours on the end. What, only 5 people will view it, 6? I'm not saying, oh, I need attention, oh, I need viewers, because from a really young age, I was never about it. One of my inspirations, Markiplier, I'm glad he was like one of my first YouTubers that I watched when I was younger, because he's the best influence I could have over the years. He never had controversies, he never had dramas. He is a genuine, kind person who like makes great things out of, again, what he's worked hard for years. And I know I'm never going to achieve that point in my life, and it's not about being famous. It's not, because honestly, I'm scared of being famous. Imagine there's like millions of people watching you, thinking what you're doing in your life, And I know it because I am also a fan of some people, and when I was younger I used to be like a stan, basically. Now I'm not, because I realize how unhealthy it is, how you can compare your life to somebody you don't know. Because just because you watch them on a screen for years doesn't mean you know them. And the opposite way, they don't know you. You're just a number to them. They're not your friends, they're not your family, they're people that just watch you. And I honestly, like, I think I would be like stripped away from freedom, like going to the cinema or something, because I would just be scared that people would recognize me, you know? Because these videos, I'm not putting them out there for people to get to know me better. No, I'm doing this for myself. For myself to, I don't know how to say it, so I can get to know me better. Because I've lost that feeling because of the internet. But when I used to watch back on my memories, I was like, you know what, I knew who this girl was. And I'm really sad that she's gone, and I don't want to lose that again. So I'm doing this to like commemorate and just look back on this and be like, yeah, just like a diary. As I said in my previous videos as well. I forgot what I wanted to say. Sorry, like a black hole, Jesus. Can't think of anything. I was talking about the memories and stuff. Sorry, this happens really often. That just, in general, oh yeah, and not only am I doing this for myself, I'm doing it in a way for you guys, to remind yourselves of those like qualities and the abilities that you have, that you also, by these videos, maybe you'll realize, hey, you know what, I'm not so cringe, I'm not being dumb, I'm not being an idiot, I'm just being myself. And if I'm not hurting anyone by doing it, what's so wrong in it? You don't have to fit into the line and be like everyone else. And that, like, that's the beauty of the world. Everyone is different. You can follow trends. You can follow styles, of course, because we're in a society. We are like a pack of animals that need to stay together. And of course, we're gonna imitate some behaviors, right? It's normal. But like, having your own mind and consciousness is just amazing. Have your own way of thinking. Sorry, just getting emotional about it, because I wish my younger self could hear this. I really do. I had so many complexes just because of me wanting to become like those people on the internet, because I thought they had an easy life, I thought they had a great life and everything. Not all of it is true. And that's what the internet fails to show us, is that some of these fairy tales have gone rogue. A lot of dark places on the internet existed and still do exist. And it's kind of being covered up by those stereotypes and like this ideal world of being famous on the internet or being a YouTuber. I also had this like time in my life when I was a kid, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. Now it's not really my main goal in life. Maybe I would want to be an influencer to influence people, and again, as I said, remind them of who they are, not to like get a trip to Bahamas and I'm gonna vlog it. Woo. Sorry, I just imagined that. I would film a trip to Bahamas to show you that you can go to the Bahamas anytime you want to. Okay, maybe not that easy, but you know what I mean. I'm making these videos for myself, but in a way for you guys as well, because I feel like I always needed that reminder when I was younger, and I never got it. Nobody's ever told me it's okay to stop pretending to be this big star on the internet and then fall into a state of depression and anxiety that I have to be perfect like everyone else, unless nobody's gonna love me. Because if nobody watches your videos or doesn't comment or doesn't like, you automatically think, oh, I failed. Oh, I don't have a right to say this or that because people just don't like it. And it isn't true. Because that's not how the real world works. That's the only world that exists in the internet. So by me wishing I could have told myself this many years back, I'm doing this now for other people. Because I don't want the young generation to feel that pressure. I want them to love themselves. And then not get frustrated that they're not getting likes or that they don't have this perfect life. Some of them already have an amazing life, but they just don't realize it. So yeah, this was a TED Talk. I nearly cried, I'm so sorry. But I just felt like I needed to say this. I really like to say things on the whim and not, build a whole like scenario and script for it, because then it's like it just doesn't feel natural to me. So I'm sorry if I had moments where I just paused or I couldn't think of something or I forgot something. This is just the way I am. I am a human being. And I'm also just showing you that this is normal, that I'm not gonna edit this video. I'm not gonna cut out the parts that should have been cut out to be entertaining. This is gonna stay the way it is. So thank you for watching, if you have made it to the end of this video, because 12 minutes is a long time span, trust me. I hope you can have a good day or night, and remember, you are amazing in your own way. Don't forget that. Bye bye.